Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Andy,
Cody.
and we are Two Guys in Their Games, although the name of this channel is Two Guys in Their Games
Reloaded.
So, first of all, why is it reloaded? Why Two Guys in Their Games Reloaded? Well, we did have another channel called Two Guys in Their Games. I'll have a link to that in the description in case you guys want to see some of our older stuff. I'm not sure why you would want to do that, but you can. It's all there. I'm not going to delete anything. So if something goes missing from there, it's because of YouTube. So
That's not already gone missing.
I don't think it has.
It's been so long since I've actually had access to it.
I still have access to the channel actually, but we're just not going to be uploading there anymore.
Because I don't have access to it.
Because he doesn't have access to it.
And if we can't split the partnership, there's nothing there.
But anyway, so.
But that's that.
That's that. I might post a short video on that channel to direct you guys here. So if you came here from there, hi. I'm not even sure if I'm going to post that video though. So, but yeah, that's the reason why this thing is reloaded. Though at some point I might drop the reloaded branding. We might drop the reloaded branding entirely. Just make this Two Guys in Their Games. This is just reloaded for now, just because this is the new version.
Well, then if we did that, we could just change the other name to the other channel and make this.
Well, this is something we're gonna think about.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So, but anyway, so
You actually kind of sprung that one on me before.
yeah, I'm sorry. I should have mentioned that. Like, that is something I've thought about on and off. But again, I'm not even sure if that's even going to be a thing that happens. It might not happen, and we just might stay reloaded for the rest of the time. Who knows? Anyway, so upload plans. We should go ahead and do this before we ramble on.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of every week.
Hopefully.
I'm kidding. There's no way that's happening.
No, there's probably no way that's happening.
Ever.
But right now...
Or at least until we can't... until we can support ourselves.
Yeah, I want to basically say right now, upload plans are going to be just whenever we can do it. Basically,
we want to have a schedule, but with the way life is, we may not ever have that chance.
So right now, what we basically agreed upon is we're going to upload videos as we make them. Be it part of a shorter playthrough, a longer playthrough, whatever we're doing. We're going to try and focus on specific games. We're going to try to complete playthroughs. Some may not be completed just because we may feel drained, or we may just not care about that particular game anymore, or the game might be so long that we have to take a break from it. For example, I get the feeling if we start a Persona 5 playthrough, we're going to have to take some breaks.
I say no. Actually, if I play that, I would want to sit through that. Like, if we play Dragon Age or something, I'd want to sit through the playthrough. Because here's one thing I've always noticed. What do you do when you take a break from something like a Persona 5? You forget everything that happened.
Sometimes, yeah. But, I mean...
You get lost in where your save is.
Or at the very least, what I would want to do is not have it clutter up our upload feed for months on end, because Persona 5 is a
100-hour game.
Yeah, it's near 100-hour game. And even if you split that up into 30-minute parts, that's a lot of videos.
That's with your videos.
And even if you split it up into 1-hour parts, that's over 90. That's over 90 videos. It took me like over 90 hours to beat the game on my first playthrough. So there's no way that's getting all uploaded at once.
Yeah.
But
you can throw it in a playlist at least.
Yeah. It'll be in a playthrough. It'll be in a playlist. I'm gonna make playlists for all our playthroughs, no matter what.
Yeah.
All right. So content plans. Well, actually, I should probably say this first. I want our first upload to be in either late March or sometime in April. So if it's in March, it's gonna be late March, because quite frankly,
it's February. It's March 1st in 2 days.
Yeah. As of the time of recording this video is probably gonna go up. Maybe tomorrow, maybe early March. I'm not sure, but first actual video from this channel, I hope, is going to be at the very least by the end of March, or by the end of April. I mean, hopefully.
Yeah.
So I want to put that down. I want to upload something by then. Content plans. We've got video games is going to be our primary focus on this channel. because we are gamers. That's what we do. We have a lot of games. I've got a lot of games I want to get off my backlog, and playing them for a channel would be the perfect excuse to do that.
Yeah.
But of course, there are also games that I just love so much and want to share. Like, for instance, god dang it, of course it would be at the bottom. Spider-Man. Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But just but video games are the primary focus. Of course, our next focus, because games, is tabletop games. So card games, board games, dice games, whatever. If it's tabletop, we might play it.
Yeah, if we can get a good setup to where we have a camera either above the table or
Yeah.
we can set it up where we can have that, I would like to have that because that's one of my passions. I'm more of a tabletop gamer.
He is the tabletop gamer among us. I do like tabletop games, but I am definitely more of a video gamer.
But if I was, to be honest, right there, I have a whole setup of...
I'm looking at it right now. It's something. It's definitely bigger than my tabletop game collection for sure.
It's a pile of crap right now. That's what it is. Like,
but
it's jumbled up.
But one thing I would like to do, even if we can't get a really good setup for playthroughs for these games,
Review
for a
them, basically.
Yeah, do reviews for them. Tell people whether we recommend them playing it or not. You know, basically say, look, if you like this kind of thing, you may like this game. You know, something like that. But yeah, and then other things we might talk about on this channel. These are obviously not video games or games at all. But movies, anime, and possibly wrestling. Wrestling is like the probably lowest priority out of all of these. Movies and anime are a higher priority just because I feel like it's not to say that we don't have as much passion for wrestling as those, but we would just have more free time to talk about movies and anime.
Yeah, and wrestling is harder to talk about because there's 50 hours a week on TV.
Yeah, it's constantly changing. With an anime series, like say My Hero Academia, you have a season that you can go through, watch, review, and then wait.
I do gotta say one thing though. We can do that with Lucha, by the way, because they do actually have season arcs in Lucha.
I haven't watched Lucha
If we started watching Lucha Underground, we could actually start our first season and watch all the way through.
Literally, the only promotions I've ever followed have been WWE, which I still follow, and then I followed WCW for the first couple months, I think. But then after a while, I just kind of, for whatever reason, stopped watching.
They're filming season 4 or 5 right now of Lucha Underground. I think they just finished 4. They're going on to 5 now. Yeah. I watched about almost all, I think 2/3 of the first season, and then I got to where I couldn't watch it anymore because I didn't have internet and stuff. I lost a lot of stuff that I had at the time. But now that, and of course, Lucha Underground might be over anyway because they're getting sued right now.
Oh, jeez.
But there's one thing I do gotta say though.
Okay.
AEW. AEW.
I'm not even sure I'm going to start watching that, to be honest.
I actually am. I think that it'll give, you know, the only thing I don't like about that is the Young Bucks. But that's just me.
I can get over that.
But move on, please.
Yeah, let's move on before we ramble.
Oh yeah, there was one more thing I did want to say. When I talk about tabletop, I wanted to mention D&D.
Oh yeah, that's going to be a big one if we can ever get a proper setup for that. That would be a fun thing to record, honestly.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of channels doing the D&D videos right now, but
I actually want to give a shout out right now because this channel I think is probably dead now, but they're the channel that got me into D&D, and they're called D6 Mafia. They're on YouTube. You can go look them up, or Threshold D&D. D6 Mafia, Threshold D&D is the whole thing, but they had 4 or 5 seasons going. Some live stuff happened. Not really sure. They didn't really say, but they were my drive to get into tabletop.
Interesting.
Like, as in D&D wise. And then I had already played tabletop games, but for that, it kind of boosted me into, oh, that's cool, let me check that out. So, I got into that, and now I'm a DM. We have our own backstory right now that won't be... It'll be the same... probably the same characters, but it won't be the same stories that y'all see. But that's if we can set that up at some point.
Yeah, I would like to set that up, even though I do know there's a lot of channels doing the whole we're playing D&D thing now. Like I know TFS is doing it. I know there's Dice Camera Action.
Okay, the one thing about Dice Camera Action is that's actually the D&D people.
Yeah.
Who paid that? Like Chris Perkins works on the game and he's the DM. And he goes to PAX North, South, East. He was part of at one point a thing called Penny Arcade, where they were doing that on this, like they did a podcast, but then it turned into this. They do it only at conventions thing, where they get people. Will Wheaton's been a part of it. Like I said, Chris Perkins.
Yeah.
A couple other actors that I know that I cannot think of at the moment.
Yeah, we probably want to speed this up though. Just saying, because we've been going for 11 minutes and we've gone through only half the bullet points here.
Yeah, but they play like at the big events every year. They have like special things, and with Dice Camera Action, they're actually playing through the books that are made.
Yeah.
As they're made, as they're released, they play through.
Yeah. Well.
For the main YouTubers that we know, there's that too.
Yeah. But anyway.
But moving on.
Sorry. We may have some guests appearing on the channel from time to time in our playthroughs, or even through movies or tabletop games or anime or whatever.
When we go to cons and beg people.
No.
Only kidding. Our
no,
girlfriends.
we're not gonna do that. Yeah.
Or my fiance, your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Not really sure about that situation yet, but we'll figure that out.
But they may be involved. Like I know we've said Macy is probably gonna do the Spyro games.
Spyro and DMC.
Devil May Cry. And just they're just gonna be there. So even though this is 2 guys in their games, there may be more from time to time. And we may have
actual girls.
Yeah. Well, let's not brag about that.
I know, right?
But
seriously, though, like, that's something I want to say, too. Girls in the community is actually growing. No, keep going.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so let's move on to the next bullet point. Versus videos. I forgot what we actually called them, but the name we came up for them. I've got a video on here that will tell me what we came up with. But my computer is being right now. So I'm not even gonna try to look that up at the moment.
If it wouldn't mess the audio up, I could tell you actually, because I have the videos right here. I have them on my computer.
Well,
I just remembered that.
Oh, okay. But yeah, we can look at that later.
Yeah, because you didn't actually have your computer working at the time, because your computer cord.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And Jackson was there.
Yeah.
Another potential
one, but he's at college right now. How dare he?
And that's the other thing too. When we get a group together for our D&D stuff, we got to figure out who's going to be in the group.
Yeah.
If it's just going to be us 4 that are here at the house now, or if it's going to be the main big group at the stuff like that.
Anyway, so yeah, versus videos, they might be a thing. We're going to try and make a versus video every week. I want to say that's what we're going to try to do. So basically it'll be
actually, I'm going to say behind the scenes stuff here, because this was my plan for that anyway, so I can just talk about that.
Okay.
I was thinking, because the way our schedule is going to be, we can do a couple of those at a time, like the games.
Yeah.
And then we can come up with the different stipulations of them. And of course, y'all would see them weekly, but we'd be doing them all.
Yeah.
And then we may do the punishments on the weeks of, or we may do, you know what I'm saying, like live or something. We can figure that out.
Yeah. But
yeah.
Anyway, so obviously things like Smash Brothers, Dragon Ball Fighters, Jump Force, just to name a few. I'm just trying to list off some games. Maybe we'll do it for Castlevania Judgment.
Here's another game that's coming to the Switch that now we have to do, because I've been wanting to do it forever. But you heard, right?
Wait, which game are we talking about here?
The Marvel series. that just got brought back.
Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. Yeah.
Booyah!
Yeah.
That is my series.
That shocked me, actually, when I saw one, that it was even a thing, and two, that it's Switch exclusive.
I figured out why, though. And this is something straight from me. You know what Marvel 1 and 2 were? Do you remember? 2 was the story of Civil War.
Was it?
Yeah.
2 came out long before Civil War, though.
I know, but they did that off the... They did that off the comic book.
Well, yeah, the comic book was probably
and then they did that game. So what I'm thinking is they didn't want to spoil the movies and stuff that were coming out, so they held off the third one. And now that enough time has passed and stuff has happened,
what I find weird though,
it.
what I find weird though is that I know in the first 2 Ultimate Alliance games, Nick Fury was the white guy he initially was in the comics, but in Ultimate Alliance 3, he's obviously based on Samuel L. Jackson's Nick Fury, so. Is it a different timeline, or is it just a reboot of the series? I have no clue.
I think it's a continuation, but I think they did that because when they made the first...
marketing.
That, and when they made the first 2, it was kind of in that time where they didn't know yet about, so...
Yeah. Well, anyway, let's move on. So now I've got listed here, these are a few of our favorite games. So we're just going to... We initially did like a top 5 on the original channel. I don't want to do that because, quite frankly, top 5 will change over time and even day to day sometimes.
Yeah.
So.
And eventually, I want to compile a list for myself at least, where I can go back over the years or something and say, okay, this is what it was, and now after deep consideration, the new games that have came in, some other games I played more of that have replaced them. From older times.
Just one game I want to mention right off the bat that I've already mentioned is, of course, Spider-Man, PS4. I love this game. I got it, day one, and it came out the day after my birthday, actually, which was nice. Birthday present, basically. Okay. And I got the collector's edition because I was just too pumped. That game is great. It has, honestly, in my opinion, a better Peter Parker story than any of the movies that are out right now.
I agree. I completely agree. Because I was more of a... I didn't like The Amazing Spider-Man for one.
I liked the first Amazing Spider-Man movie, but Amazing Spider-Man 2 was no.
The Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, the first 3 were good to me.
Yeah, I would say...
3 was the weakest, though.
3 was the weakest out of those 3, but it's still better than Amazing Spider-Man 2.
And then Homecoming...
Homecoming is great.
Just Homecoming.
Homecoming is great.
That's all I'm gonna say.
And Far From Home looks great too.
But getting back on to favorite games.
Yeah. You list off one.
Obviously, Ultimate Alliance, like I just said, those were mine. Dragon Age, the Red Dead series. Haven't played 2 that much yet. I played maybe the intro, maybe.
Well, if we're gonna talk about Rockstar, I gotta mention. Well, I'm not even gonna bother picking any games up anymore. GTA 5.
Because that looks awkward anyway.
Yeah, it does. It does. I'm just stop that now.
GTA 5.
GTA 5. Bear in mind, I've not played a single other GTA game. I maybe played a little bit of, what was it, San Andreas?
My favorite is San Andreas, actually.
I've heard a lot of people's favorite is San Andreas, but what I've played of 5, I really enjoyed, and it took me a long time to give it a shot, just because GTA did not seem like a series that interested me when GTA 5 was really, really popular.
Yeah.
But my friend Garrett eventually managed to convince me to pick up GTA 5 because he was like, hey, we can play this online, we can play it online on Steam, and I picked it up, and even though I initially got it for, specifically for online multiplayer, I wound up really enjoying the single player as well. And
that's why I play GTA, to be honest.
But I will say GTA 5 was really good, be it the online or be it the single player. Admittedly, online has its issues, but when you're playing with friends,
they may not be.
That's fun.
They may not be the best, but more or less, the stories are usually really well written.
Yeah. I really did like the story for GTA 5.
That is a really good thing.
Yeah.
But, and a lot of people are going to hate me for this one. I actually enjoyed the first 2 Saints Row more.
Hmm.
Up until Saints Row 3. Saints Row 3 is when it got crazy. Saints Row 1 and 2 was good. But that's basically what San Andreas was. It was a gang, violent type thing. Like, you know, you go from one gang to take over another gang, and then.
Yeah. I'm trying to think really something. Well, if I'm going to talk about my favorite games, I can't not mention Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
Like, legitimately, I don't think any other series gets me as hyped as Smash Brothers does with every single new release and new character.
I know one.
Well, what?
The obvious one.
Well, that honestly, I'll get to that in a little bit.
Okay.
Because I think I know what you're talking about, but Super Smash Brothers for me is my hype series because I wasn't able to get on board with the Brawl hype train just because I didn't have a Wii at the time when that was coming out. But when Smash Wii U was coming out, I had already gotten a Wii U, and yes, I'm one of those 5 people that has a Wii U.
I actually didn't like the Wii U.
Hold on, I'm gonna say this real quick.
The Wii U version of Brawl, or Smash, I mean.
I like Smash Wii U. I really do. I thought it was better than Brawl, gameplay-wise. Obviously, I think Subspace Emissary Brawl had the better single-player, for sure. I really did like Smash 4, though. But Smash Ultimate is just way better in, like, every way. But, like, just... When they were revealing characters for Smash Wii U, each one managed to get me hyped in some way. Like, when Mega Man was revealed, I knew that was a character a lot of people wanted, including myself, to be honest, because I was willing to see what they would do with Mega Man and Smash, and bam, he's in the game. Wii Fit Trainer I wasn't too excited about. I'm trying to think of all the new characters from Smash 4. I know Robin and Lucina, although at the time I wasn't...
You want me to tell you the one that surprised me the most?
What would that be?
Bayonetta. Because of the fact... Smash Cloud I got because it's Cloud. I figured eventually he'd get in because he's a badass fighter character. But the thing that got me with Bayonetta, let me finish my statement, then I'll let you talk. But, the boobs. Like,
well,
how sexualized her character is.
Obviously they toned it down a lot.
I'd never thought that she would be able to get into Smash, though, because of all that.
I felt like Nintendo very well could have toned her down, and they did. They really did. They really did. They found a way, and I mean, this is Nintendo. This is also Sakurai we're talking about. And if anyone can figure out a way to tone down a character's more gruesome or mature elements,
I still gotta play.
He will do it, and he will do it spectacularly. But honestly, Cloud surprised me more than Bayonetta. Bayonetta I could see because a lot of people were talking about Bayonetta before.
But also she's a Nintendo character, so yeah, I get that.
Well, she's not really a Nintendo character, but if it weren't for Nintendo, Bayonetta 2 would not exist. So.
And my point.
But with Cloud, that honestly surprised me more, just because his main game, Final Fantasy VII, had never been on a Nintendo console. Now it is going to be coming out on Switch sometime in March, I think.
Oh, it's not already out?
No, not yet.
Oh, I thought they released
not
it.
7. Okay. But you know, and I know that he had been in like the Kingdom Hearts games, and like I think he got in by technicalities, because he was in games on Nintendo consoles.
Yep.
They just weren't very big games. It was either a Kingdom Hearts spin-off. I say that in air quotes because apparently every game is important to the plot. I'm talking about the games that were on like 3DS and GBA, like Chain of Memories and
yeah, those weren't spin-offs.
Well, I know they're not spin-offs, but they're not the numbered games, so it's like
the thing about the one for the GBA was it was the tie-in between 1 and 2. It was actually the actual halfway point.
It's just I know there's going to be a lot of people that come in here if they watch this video and hear me talking about Kingdom Hearts going like, oh, Kingdom Hearts isn't that hard to understand.
Yeah, it is. I played the games. Yeah, it is. The thing is, it was so messed up at one point, they had to make Recoded to fix it all.
Jesus Christ.
Reboot.
But, like, anyway, here's just my thing about, Cloud getting in. Just,
Yeah.
Everyone considers Cloud more of a PlayStation character than something you would see in Smash Brothers, but lo and behold,
Yeah.
here he is in Smash Brothers.
Sony Smash Brothers.
Yeah. Now, I will say this, though. Ultimate had some newcomers that really took me either by surprise or just got me real pumped. Like, for example, Simon and Richter Belmont.
Yep.
I saw them, and I wanted to play as them immediately. Even though I barely touched any Castlevania games, I knew that people were really psyched about Simon being in the game. I knew a lot of people were really excited about King K. Rool being in the game, because that was a character people have been begging for. Ridley, too. Just there were a bunch of characters, a lot of fan favorite characters that finally got in.
Yeah.
I know Macy was most excited about Crom out of all the newcomers.
Yeah.
But just
Think about if Spyro got in.
oh
eventually.
Jesus, it's possible. It is really possible at this
die.
point.
He would die.
I don't even know anymore because the first DLC character revealed, well, technically the first DLC character for Smash Ultimate revealed was Piranha Plant.
I still want Goku.
Dude, Goku's not going to happen.
I know. That's why you change Ryu.
Yeah, that's why you get Ryu and Ken. That's about as close as you're going to get.
Yeah.
Oh, and Lucario, but because he's voiced by Sean Schimmel. So
Yeah.
but like,
let's get back to our favorite games.
well,
before
but real quick, I want to touch on
Alright.
this. Joker from Persona 5. That one surprised me a lot because he doesn't have a game on a Nintendo console that's out yet.
Yeah.
Because Persona Q2 is not out yet. I think well, actually, it might be out in Japan. But just the fact that he's in just shocks me, and I really want to play as him because I love Persona 5, and Joker was such a good choice for Smash. I cannot wait to see the other 4 fighters that come in.
Speaking of which, though, Chris loves Rune Factory, so that's one of her favorite games. We're getting 4 remastered on the Switch and 5 on the Switch.
Yeah.
But
Anyway, back to our favorite games.
Yeah. Kingdom Hearts, like we were talking about, actually.
Yeah, I've actually barely touched Kingdom Hearts. I need to get back to them. I have the collection of like 6 of the games, I think, but even though 2 of them are represented just by
The
their
final mixes?
cutscenes. Yeah, the final mixes 1 and 2 and whatever else. But
Final Mix has added actually some DLC, like basic end plots.
yeah,
The title game's up too.
but I know that
The only thing I hate about that fan base is they're like, you have to play every game. No, you don't. You really don't.
But anyway, I'm trying to think of some other games. Well, obviously Mario is just. I mean, come on.
Okay, what about Deadpool?
Well, that's one game, and it's pretty good.
I like that game though. It's
I
probably
like
one of my
it.
favorites.
Yeah.
An old retro favorite that I have is I think it's X3, where you just play as Logan the whole time and just beat the crap out of everybody. The X-Men game. Wolverine.
Oh, well, actually, now that you mentioned superhero games, I just thought about the Batman Arkham series.
Duh.
I mean,
I was
yeah.
getting to that too,
Yeah,
but yeah.
the Batman Arkham series is phenomenal. Even Origins is good, even though some people will rag on it. I think it's just where it came out in the series.
It actually put Chris to sleep. The only thing, and this is why I hate, and I've said this before to you, to her, to everybody I've talked to about video games.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I hate in movies, in books, in whatever it is, prequels.
Yeah.
Because you see, half the time, you see somebody like Batman, Joker, whatever. Okay? So we see the Joker. He tries to kill us in Origins, or, how everybody people try to kill us in Origins.
But,
We've already played Arkham.
we know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
We know we're not going to die. We know that's not going to happen. So the tension is gone. But I do think if you look at Arkham Origin story, on an island by itself, it is a good story.
Yes.
It's just, it came out as like the 3rd game in the series, and it's a prequel, and it irks me.
Then you got Blackgate.
I don't. No.
That face.
No.
Seriously, though.
That is the one exception.
And Night is good if it'll run on your PC.
Good thing I have the PS4 version.
Exactly.
Anyway, but just prequels can be really ridiculous. Now, if you set the prequel back far enough, then it's fine, But if you set it,
or if you write a whole different story,
but just
another game that is one of my favorites. Talking about Star Wars.
oh yeah.
Force Unleashed.
Force Unleashed, yes. I like the Force Unleashed games. I know that a lot of people rag on the second one just because the story is not as good. And honestly, yes, the story in the second game is nowhere near as good as the first game. That's unavoidable. I mean, I was blinded at first just because I really wanted my purchase to feel like it was worth it. I bought the Wii version, by the way. And actually, in terms of gameplay, I think I might actually prefer the Wii version of Force Unleashed 2.
Really?
Yeah. The more I really thought about it, I feel like the levels are better designed.
I agree with you, but
I don't know. Like, I like the look of the 360 version. It's just
I
like
honestly,
the Wii version.
If I'm being honest, I had more fun because I actually felt like a freaking Jedi half the time.
Yeah.
Because you actually had to swing.
Oh no, that was the first one where you actually swung it. To
you don't
attack.
have the second one. I thought you did that.
In the second one, because you have two lightsabers, they just map that to a button. But I just feel like there's a better game for the Wii in that one. But for the original Force Unleashed, no, I do prefer the Xbox 360 PS3 version of that because I feel like that's a more definitive experience. But I do still enjoy the Wii version.
Yeah. Just don't do anything on the Kinect.
No, we're not.
Again, that's another.
We're not touching that thing.
But we'll have to because of writers.
No.
We have to.
No, we
if
don't.
we play the series, we have to.
Nope. Then we will not touch the Sonic Rider series. Or if we do, we will play the first two and then we'll pretend Free Riders does not exist.
But there was a couple other games I wanted to mention that I forgot. Like oh yeah, the one I wanted to mention, and this goes back to my prequel thing. They make good stories, like such in Shadow of Mordor. That story is amazing. I haven't finished it yet, but from what I know of the story, it's amazing. And I like it because you can actually die, and they took the Batman series fighting style, but they added the Nemesis system, and I like that a lot. Do you know what the Nemesis system is?
Yeah, I've heard of it. It's something that isn't it trademarked isn't it copyrighted by the studio that made the game though?
Yeah, Monolith Studios.
Yeah.
If an enemy kills you, they have a rank. There's a ranking board.
Yeah.
And they go up the ranks, and then you can go back and kill them and hunt them for revenge and stuff. That is really fun to me.
But just to very quickly list off a few other games because we're gonna have to edit this video because this is over 30 minutes long. I don't think anyone wants to watch an update video that's over 30 minutes long. Well, I don't know. Maybe they do.
I've just uploaded, dude.
We can just upload it, I guess.
I mean, it's one video. It's not like
I can just put timestamps in the bottom in the description, I guess. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah.
But just to touch on a few other game series I really enjoy, there's Zelda, Mario. One series that doesn't get enough attention, in my opinion, is Ace Attorney. I love the Ace Attorney series. I know that their games are not for everyone. They're very much like point and click adventures, but for whatever reason, Ace Attorney gripped me in a way that none of the other games of that genre.
It's a murder mystery, dude. It's like TV.
Well, it's not even really a mystery because you know a lot of times who actually did it. But
yeah, but it's like murder.
It's how are you going to get there? How are you going to convince everyone that you're right?
Yes, but look at all the TV shows: Murder She Wrote, Columbo, Matlock.
Yeah, the murder mystery / crime drama / crime thriller, like those are huge. And Ace Attorney, I think, was actually capitalizing on that before that was even popular.
But it's in manga, and no, actually.
Well.
That was popular in the 80s.
Well, yeah, 80s, but I mean, like, it's still really, really big now.
Yeah, but look at Andy Griffith.
That was more of a comedy thing than anything.
What?
Andy Griffith.
No, he played Matlock.
Oh. I thought you were talking about the Andy Griffith show.
No, Matlock was another... Andy Griffith played Matlock, which was another show in the early 80s. 90s and 2000s, I think. Might not even be that new. Not even in the 2000s, I don't think.
Yeah.
But he was a law attorney, just like
Ace
Attorney, actually. But that was manga, too. which is really cool.
Yeah, there is an Ace Attorney manga, and there's now an anime series based on the games that actually has a case that is exclusive to the anime in the second season, which is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
But I'm probably one of the few people that really does like the Ace Attorney anime, because I really do enjoy it. I do think it's a decent adaptation.
I second that. I really do. I like stuff like that anyway, so it's my type of thing.
Yeah, and while I watched a lot of the sub for the first season,
Yeah.
I think I got more into the dub. Maybe it's just me and my preference for dubbed anime in general, which is probably gonna tick some people off, but I really do enjoy dubbed anime.
Yeah.
Because just because of the process that goes through. Anyway.
But just so you know, I found out about Ace Attorney because of you. But if I would have seen it before you, I would have picked it up first. If I would have knew what it was, I would have picked it up first.
Yeah.
Because I watch that every week on TV. Like, it comes on daily, and I watch stuff like that on TV.
Yeah. But, I want
to play 6
I love those
still.
games, and they honestly don't get enough attention. The trilogy is actually coming out for the Switch in April.
Really?
So, yeah, the Ace Attorney trilogy.
Cool.
So,
I gotta get that.
That's how we can record it.
Too.
That's how we're gonna be able to record it.
Yeah, finally.
Finally, it took forever.
We tried it before, but it didn't really work
Yeah.
out. But one series I did want you to talk about real quick,
Okay.
because everybody's gonna hate you for liking this series now because it should be dead by now. Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh please.
You haven't even touched on that yet. How have you not?
I was saving it for last. Is
Okay,
what I was
well,
trying to do.
This is last.
Okay, this
We're
is
at
last.
40 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. So Sonic the Hedgehog is by far my favorite video game series ever, despite the issues that are very apparent in the series and within the fan base. Admittedly, the fan base has a lot of issues, and I mean a lot. But and the games do too sometimes. But I think it's just where I played Sonic 1 and 2 so much, and then I grew up on those games. Then I also grew up on Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic Adventure DX, Sonic Heroes, Shadow the Hedgehog, stuff like that. I really got into the Sonic series, and I still really enjoy the games to this day. And there's a particular Sonic game that without it, I might not be sitting here doing this right now, and that would be Sonic Colors. And I know there's a lot of people that in retrospect don't like Sonic Colors just because of what it brought to the series.
I do want you to tell that story later, though. In another video.
Yeah, we can do that in another video. But I know there's a lot of people now that don't like the game. I mean, I know a lot of people. I know almost everyone back in 2010 when the game came out praised the game unanimously almost. It was loved by almost everyone. But now it seems there's a lot of people coming out of the woodworks to. I don't want to say hate on it because that makes me sound like.
Okay,
makes me sound really pretentious, but
there is actually something I want to say about that. People hate that game. The people that hate that game are the same people who love Sonic 06. Think about that.
I don't know about that in particular. I know that they are really big fans of the adventure style, though, and they think that what Sonic Colors did is it dumbed down the series and brought in a bunch of elements that they didn't like the Wisps and simpler stories. But honestly, the Wisps worked in that particular game. They were very optional a lot of the time, and not a lot of them were required to beat any level. And I thought they perfected the way Wisps were done in that particular game. But then, Sonic Lost World had the Wisps in it. And honestly, yes, even though I like Lost World on Wii U, not the 3DS version, I do agree that the Wisps were not used very well at all in Lost World. I think they were shoehorned in just because, hey, you people like Wisps, right? And it
didn't work.
It didn't work. And then, there's also, I'm trying to think of some other games that came out after Sonic Colors.
You gotta talk about the big one.
There's Forces.
Generations.
Well, yeah, Generations, actually. Yeah, now I think about it. Yeah, Generations was really, really good.
That was a big one for me.
That was really good. Yeah, Generations is still one of the best 3D Sonic games. Definitely one of the easiest ones, but still really, really fun. and honestly, a good way to get introduced into the series if you have not played a Sonic game before. So for newer fans, it's a way to get into the series. For older fans, it's a throwback to what they like, and maybe not like so much about Sonic the Hedgehog. But just, and then there's Sonic Forces, which it was a little disappointing, to be honest. I expected a little bit better, but it's still not bad. It's not as terrible as the internet makes it out to be, I would say. It's still not that great. But I will admit the avatar, the custom character, is by far the best part of the game.
Yeah. And then there's one other game you gotta talk about.
What, Sonic Mania?
Yeah.
Yeah. I love Sonic
Well,
Mania.
technically 2 games.
I love Sonic Mania / Sonic Mania
I
Plus.
love how they gave you a whole nother game, basically,
Basically.
in an update.
I know I said I was not going to reach down here again. Well, no, it's over here, actually. Pretty much just... I only have Sonic Mania Plus on the Switch just because of the physical cartridge. I really wanted a physical copy of Sonic Mania Plus.
Yeah.
Or Sonic Mania.
But you got the statue, too, so...
Yeah, I got the collector's edition when Sonic Mania came out. Because that was the collector's edition for the original game.
Yeah.
That didn't come with a physical release at the time. Or even now if you get it, but...
Physical release.
But I like, honestly, for me personally, they didn't have to add anything else. They just needed to release it physically, and I would have just bought it anyway.
And that's the thing I don't like about going digital. There's no...
Yeah.
You can't feel that.
Now I've got Sonic Mania Plus, and it's there, and it will always be there, thankfully. So, just...
Unless it gets destroyed.
Yeah. But just... But they added, DLC to the game, and they added, an art book comes with the physical release of the game, and...
Yeah, the art book is amazing.
Yeah, the art book's really good, and, holographic case protector, as well as a reversible cover that makes it look like a Genesis
rip-off
box, and just... I love it, and it's... And it even uses, the type of wording they would have used back then to promote the game, and I just think that's amazing. But yeah, I love Sonic Mania. Sonic Mania is one of my favorite Sonic games in years. Definitely, in my opinion, better than Sonic Generations even. I love Sonic Mania. It is absolutely amazing. And anyone who loves the classic Sonic formula should fall in love with Sonic Mania, probably.
Alright, but before we have the wrap up, I do want to ask you one thing.
Okay.
Or I do want to say one thing, and I want to get your opinion on it. For me, I know there's a lot of bad games out there, but I actually like to form my own opinion, and you know that.
Yeah.
Which is why I play some of the bad games that I play, and I end up liking some of them.
Yeah.
But a lot of that's not out there, so I wanted everybody to kind of know that when we give our opinion, we're not just going to try and say, well, everybody else says this is bad. We're not going to do that. We're going to be our own people.
Yeah, well, obviously, I would hope so. We're
not going to bend for the man.
Yeah.
That was a joke, but yeah.
But just, obviously, person to person, your opinions on a game are going to change. And I want to get it out there that whether you like any of the games that we just mentioned or hate all of them, I can't say that I will necessarily want to talk to you, but I will at least respect that it is your opinion, and I'm not going to try and force mine on you. And just, I just want that to be a main thing from me personally. I don't want to seem like I'm forcing my opinions on anyone. Because I sometimes I do feel like the way I talk about certain things, it sounds like it. But oftentimes if I say, this game is better than this game, and if you think otherwise, you're wrong, that's a joke.
Yeah, like Ocarina of Time.
Oh, yeah, like when I say Ocarina of Time is overrated and Breath of the Wild and Skyward Sword are way better, and if you think otherwise, you're wrong. No, that's a joke. I do think Ocarina of Time is a really good game. I prefer
it's
Breath
not
of the Wild.
the hype that everybody says it is. It's not.
Yeah.
It's overrated.
3DS version is better.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Do you got any last things you want to say?
I got nothing other than hopefully we'll start uploading soon. Hopefully,
Yeah.
I really, really want to. Just life is a pain, and that's that. So whether it's a gaming video, whether it's
Link's Awakening.
oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
coming out. Yeah, I forgot to ask you your opinion on that.
I told you this. That was my favorite Zelda game growing up.
Yeah, so now it's gonna be on Switch.
I know. And actually, when I had my 2DS before I had to sell it to help my mom out with some stuff, I had the virtual console version.
Yeah.
So I bought it like 4 or 5 times since I've been a kid because I had it on the original Game Boy, then on the Game Boy Color, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, but just
The only thing is I'm not sure about the animation yet. I'm really not.
I like the art style personally. I think it looks really good. It might take some getting used to for some people though.
That's what I'm saying.
I'll admit.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I think that's it, guys.
yeah.
As
for Losing Marks,
check
like I
out
said,
all the links and stuff in the
all the
description
links are in the
below
description.
for our
Whatever
own channels.
whatever we can put in these end cards that YouTube gives us, if we even can do that, unless YouTube decided to remove that this week.
Yeah,
then-
blame YouTube.
Then we're gonna try to put something here. If there's nothing here after we get done talking, then blame YouTube, I guess, or blame me because I might forget. But anyway,
Or just YouTube in general.
links will still be in the description, no matter what, unless YouTube decides to get rid of descriptions, which I doubt.
They've got rid of everything else, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Anyway,
Leave hate comments in the bottom of the video. Get this video demonetized, even though it already is.
yeah, just say the word one time, and it's demonetized automatically.
You just did. Except you're gonna bleep that out.
I'm gonna bleep that. I'm gonna have to edit this video. Or
Yeah,
one of
because
us
we're
is.
gonna be kid friendly. Or
Yeah.
try to be family friendly. Not really kid friendly, but family.
I might just cut that part out entirely.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys.
See you guys in
Later.
whatever video. Peace.